How's it going, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another SSR Analysis video, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Rebirth for the AGL Beerus, and he is a very good unit. If you've seen my guaranteed SSR summoning video, you'll know that I actually pulled him, and by the way, if you haven't seen that, I did a 10 guaranteed SSR ticket video, so as always I will leave that linked at the end of this one. And if you are new to the channel and you enjoy what you are seeing, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like, of course. So let's go ahead and jump into this Beerus, but I'm going to quickly bring up the pre-Dokkan one just to see the difference between the two, of course. So if this quickly does load up, not too many changes here. The main one, his leader skill, is just straight up trash. It is extremely unique, but you are never going to use it. I may do it for a challenge video, but I will most likely never be using him as a leader. So he now has supreme damage. He still lowers defense, not greatly lowering defense. Greatly lowering defense has lost its value, kind of, just simply because not that many events require you to greatly lower defense, and just so many units have it now that it's just extremely common, basically. And doesn't really matter that a unit like Beerus has it, because you have better units on, like, you have better AGL units that do exactly the same. For example, you have Super Saiyan Rose, who again is one of the best units in the game, but he is a good unit despite not having a good leader skill, and he hits pretty damn hard. He has a 90% attack boost when performing a super attack, and if you quickly have a look at his 12 key multiplier, he has a 135% 12 key multiplier. So I've said this multiple times, 135 is the bare minimum at this point. It's unimpressive. I feel like 135 isn't the worst, but it's not the greatest. The unit can still hit relatively hard, but the best thing about this Beerus is that he can raise his super attack with relative ease thanks to the super rare tech Beerus, which is obviously obtainable from the summons. And thankfully, because I did pull him, I will hopefully manage to get him to super attack 10 soon, hopefully. So another thing that I do want to point out is that he does have some pretty good stats. He has over 9,000 HP, 5,000 defense. Again, defense isn't that big of a deal. Like, the defensive stat isn't that great unless you are what do you call it, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, who can tank thanks to his incredible leader skill and the boost that he gets from his passive. He will be able to tank on some occasions, but not that well. That's all I'm going to say. There may, like, if you have a type advantage with Beerus, you will take a little bit less damage, but nothing crazy. So if you have a look at his links, he has Godly Power, Prodigies, Connoisseur, then Innocent, Shocking Speed, and Shattering the Limit. So again, I mentioned this in my guaranteed SSR video, he doesn't have Fierce Battle, which would have provided him with an additional 15% attack boost, which is pretty huge, and every single Transcendent Ultra Rare has that. But because he is a Rebirth, you got the Shattering the Limit link, which isn't the worst, but it's not good. It's not that great. Several units do have it on a mono AGL team, depending on what you run, and of course I will get into that in a moment. But overall, despite not having the greatest links, he does fit pretty damn well on an optimal team, and again, we will get into that in a few moments. But it is a shame that he doesn't have too many common attack links, but he will be hitting hard regardless, and as I've stated before, he does thankfully have a semi-farmable super attack. That's what I'm going to call it. So, and for the people that keep bringing up the Minecraft at the bottom, I just haven't really bothered to get rid of it. If you're wondering, like, I don't imagine that many of you are wondering, but basically I used to play it a lot. I actually used to make maps, and then I just got extremely bored, so you know, for that little backstory. So I may do like a story time thing one day. I don't know, I guess if you guys want to see bit more in depth into what I used to do, so to speak. So let's go ahead and grab some of these units, and I feel like I'm missing a very important unit here. You know what, let's go ahead and grab Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. So I did bring up the Shattering the Limit link earlier, and of course these two do share it, and that is the one link that they do have. You have Shocking Speed with Super Vegito, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So he does link pretty well with the majority of the units here, and obviously because you have two Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta Elite, or You may decide to go with a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta slash Super Vegito lead, and in both situations you're going to have a unit with shocking speed anyway. And additionally, if you did want to run a different unit, if you wanted to remove that GT Goku, you could obviously run this support unit. Here's a pretty damn good Super Saiyan Goku. He gives 2 ki to all types when HP is 50% or above, and a 20% attack boost, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that's what he does. He doesn't have, yeah, he does have a restriction. So again, he does share the Shattering the Limit link with Beerus, which is the Rebirth link. So you can definitely play around with it. He does fit well. The optimal team at the moment would be something like this. So these 4 guys, and then you grab SS Blue Vegeta, and then the last slot is interchangeable. Beerus is a decent option, but I do feel like there are better units. For example, you can run Ultimate Gohan for 1. He has the Fierce Battle Link. He gets an insane attack boost, which is obviously nice. Arale at the time had a farmable super attack. These 2 units are basically the same. At the same super attack level, Gohan is better, but keep in mind Arale did have a farmable super attack, which obviously makes it more convenient for her to hit harder. Well, I say more convenient, but obviously you would expect her to hit harder, especially if you did farm a super attack. This may be a strange option to some people, and it most likely would be a last option. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, that restriction just completely lets him down. He would be one of the hardest hitters. Well, he is one of the hardest hitters in the game, especially because of the dupe system. But the thing that lets him down is that restriction. So it's a shame, because he'd be such a good unit on his team. Granted, he doesn't fit too well because the only unit here with Over and Flash is Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, but he could definitely make up for that with just better key placement. Who else could we run? Of course, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, again, another good option. So, basically, do you want to go for a hard-hitting unit, or just a unit that supports your other units, if you know what I mean? But, Beerus is definitely a good fit in here. He links well 1, 2, 3 units. There may be a few situations where he doesn't link too well, but for the most part, he does do pretty damn well on this team. But now let's go ahead and grab a hero team. And he actually does fit well on this team as well, unlike a few of the other Rebirths. So of course, I forgot the other types. Can't forget the other types, of course. So let's go ahead and grab actually, yeah, let's not go for Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. So Super Saiyan for Goku, Super Saiyan for Vegeta. Let's grab Vegito Blue, and wow, I found Super Vegito straight away. That's a surprise. So Vegito Blue, and you know what, let's go ahead and grab another Shocking Speed unit. I hope I'm not tutting that much, because I know that sometimes when I'm watching my videos back I tut a lot, and I've noticed I've done it a few times. But anyway, who else are we going to add to this team? We could add Trunks because he's self-sufficient. You know what, let's go ahead and add Trunks. So overall this team is pretty good. Every single unit links here, apart from Beerus and Trunks obviously, but that doesn't really matter, because Trunks for 1 is self-sufficient. Beerus links with pretty much every other unit here, so you aren't going to be struggling for key. Especially if you have a Trunks Vegito Blue lead. There may be a few situations where you could potentially struggle for key with a double Trunks lead, but for the most part it's pretty damn good. And again, Beerus fits extremely well. Shocking Speed is definitely one of the best links in the game. It's definitely become a lot more common in recent months, which is nice. But I think I've pretty much covered everything. This is an example of what an optimal team would look like. Beerus is an extremely good unit, especially with his Rebirth. Again, the only problem that I have with him is that he doesn't have many good attack key links, and of course he doesn't have the main one, which is Fierce Battle. But incredible unit overall. If you're lucky enough to pull him, congratulations. He's going to fit really well on your Mono AGL team if you don't have that many top tier AGL units. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, if you did, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe for more content. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one.